Hello, so in today's video we're going to be covering somewhat a controversial topic, which is cleaning coins. And to get us started we've got one to have a go with. This rather nasty looking florin from Victoria really has seen better days and I think we ought to clean it up. So what are we going to use? We're going to use a wire brush and some sandpaper. It's very important you use quite a coarse grit or this isn't going to work. Right, so let's get our coin and let's get to work. So we're going to start with the wire brush first until that looks nice. Great stuff, looks beautiful. There we go. And then we'll go over it with the sandpaper as well. Oh, there we go. Look, back to its original colour. Oh, wait. What's happened here? It's turned into a 2p. Oh my goodness. That is why you don't use those materials to clean coins, and that's why you do not clean that coin itself, because that is a beautiful coin. I was just winding you up, of course. Look at the mint luster. That is not a dirty coin. That is absolutely perfect to be left just as it is. Sorry to scare some of you, but anyway, let's get to cleaning an actual coin that is worth cleaning. So this is a 50 cent coin that was found metal detecting on the beach. There is no numismatic value to this coin whatsoever. It probably has a very high mintage, nothing worth writing home about. And I'm going to use it when I go on holiday to Germany in September. So why not clean it so I can spend it while I'm over there? So ignore the first bit. We are going to be using some table salt and some white wine vinegar to get us started. Right, so I'm going to tip a bit of that in there. Doing this cack-handedly. In it goes. Right, give it a bit of a swish round to mix it up. It's important to note that when doing this, if you're going to clean multiple coins at once, don't mix them, because that does tend to make them go an odd colour. Because all the coins have got different compositions, it can mess around with that. Right, so that's mixed up to some extent, doesn't matter too much. In it goes. Give it a swish round. We may have to wait a little bit just for it to sort of start eating into the grime. There's no harm in giving it a bit of a swish round. This isn't an instant solution, but it is rather quick. You can just about see it is starting. It is starting to take away some of the surface dirt. See around the edges, there's a few lighter spots. A bit more of a swish round. Just for example's sake, here's a few other coins. There's a 50p, there's a 20p, a few more 20p's. These have all come from metal detecting the beach, but the reason I'm not going to be cleaning these is because you can take what are called, these are known as garbled coins, which are essentially unusable. You can take those to banks and post offices, and the majority of the time they will take them away for you. Obviously you'll get reimbursed, you could just deposit them into your account. So I personally don't see the point in cleaning those because I don't have to. Whereas this I'm going to clean because it makes sense. And within that time already, we can already see a change in the colour. So let's get it out of there. Trusty tweezers, because I don't want to get my fingers all stinky. Well, they're going to get a bit stinky. But... oh, and here comes the spider. Right, so there we go. We are out. Let's give it a quick dry. So you may be thinking, let's get this out of the way. What's that all about then? Now it's got a matte finish and it's still not entirely clean, but we're not done yet. So you can use just wire wool on its own. This will do a great job, but Autosol as well makes a really good finish. It does a great better job at getting the surface dust off. So I'm just going to rub that in with my finger. Don't need to do too much. Don't need to do it too aggressively, just lightly enough will do. I'm going to do this over the towel so we don't get the surface too dirty. And by the way, this is not really very coarse wire wool. This is quite a fine grain. And just a quick wipe off. already that is in much better condition than it was before. So if I were to go on holiday, I feel like I would be able to use that. I'm going to do the other side quickly, just to show you. Sometimes bits are quite sort of well stuck on there. See, for example, as those little bits next to the 50. If I were to leave it in the solution for a bit longer, maybe like an hour or so, there's a high probability that would have probably worked its way off by then. But because this is meant to be a quick video, I'm just going to do it with that on there. And I suppose it doesn't matter because, like I said earlier, it's not a coin with any numismatic value, so I'm really not fussed. As long as it looks a bit more recognisable like a 50 € coin, then I'll be able to use it when I go on holiday. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. I would say that's good enough to use. So, hopefully you may find this useful, and make sure not to clean any nice coins. Remember the difference between mint luster and dirt. This is a lovely coin that does not deserve cleaning. Thank you very much for watching.